Welcome to LB Two Sisters One Journey, the podcast where real life, health, and growth meet. We're Lori and Bobbi, two sisters showing up honestly and navigating this journey together. Before we dive in, just a quick reminder, this episode is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not medical advice. Now let's get into today's episode. Today we're talking about something simple that affects your brain, heart, digestion, and energy after 40. Hydration.
And we're also sharing the honest side, including why drinking water has actually been a struggle for me since weight loss surgery.
Welcome back. I'm Lori.
And I'm Bobbi. We're two sisters navigating health, midlife changes, and personal growth together.
We started realizing something important. The habits that seemed small in our 40s suddenly matter a lot more.
Sleep matters more, movement matters more.
And today we're talking about one of the most overlooked ones.
Hydration. Before we dive in, I want to share something that honestly surprised me. For years after my weight loss surgery, I had days where I felt exhausted, sometimes headaches, sometimes even a little dizzy. But I never connected it to hydration.
And that's something we're going to come back to later in this episode, because hydration after surgery can actually be harder than people realize. In today's episode, we're going to talk about 3 things.
First, why hydration becomes more important after midlife.
Second, why it's even more critical if you've had bariatric surgery or are taking a GLP-1 medication.
And third, simple habits that actually help you stay hydrated in real life.
As we age, our bodies naturally hold less water.
And kidney functions gradually decline, which means the body doesn't conserve fluids as efficiently.
And the part that surprised me when I learned about this, our thirst signal actually weakens with age. So you can be dehydrated and not even feel thirsty.
That explains why so many women say they feel tired and foggy and don't realize hydration might be part of the problem.
Even mild dehydration can affect concentration, mood, digestion, and energy levels.
And when you combine that with hormone shifts during perimenopause or menopause, it's easy to see why hydration matters more after 40.
Earlier, Bobby mentioned something about hydration struggles after surgery.
And this is where the story comes full circle. After my gastric bypass surgery, water started leaving this strange aftertaste for me. So drinking water, period, became a challenge. So something as simple as water suddenly wasn't simple anymore. And that's something a lot of people don't realize about bariatric surgery. And because the stomach is smaller, you can't drink with meals and you can't chug fluid either. You have to sip slowly throughout the day.
Most bariatric programs recommend around 64 ounces of fluid per day, sometimes more depending on body size. And dehydration is actually one of the most common reasons bariatric patients end up back in the ER. Hydration after surgery helps with healing, prevents constipation, reduces kidney stone risks, and supports energy.
Hydration is also important for people taking GLP-1 medication. Those medications can reduce appetite and sometimes even thirst. They can also cause nausea or digestive changes, which means staying hydrated becomes even more important.
Another thing that Bobby helped me was realizing hydration doesn't only come from plain water.
And that was one of my biggest mistakes. I thought if it wasn't water, it didn't count.
But fluids can include things like herbal teas, coffee in moderation, broth, electrolyte drinks, milk, and plant milks. Even fruits and vegetables like cucumbers, watermelons, strawberries, and oranges help with hydration. My routine starts first thing in the morning with water. Before coffee, I actually add electrolytes to it.
And my routine is a little different. I start with a fiber drink, then a coffee protein drink, and then I sip water throughout the day.
So you're spacing hydration throughout the day, which is actually what bariatric programs recommend.
Yes, my current goal is 2 Stanley cups of water a day, and I bring 3 or 4 drinks with me to work so I can remember to sip.
I think one of the biggest challenges women over 40 is simply remembering to drink. Life gets busy.
Exactly. Work, family, responsibility. It's easy to replace water with coffee just to keep going.
But sometimes fatigue, brain fog, and headaches might simply be dehydration.
And that is something I'm still learning, listening to my body more.
Hydration after midlife isn't trendy. It's foundational. It supports your brain, heart, kidneys, digestion, joints, and energy.
And if you had bariatric surgery or taking GLP-1 medication, hydration becomes even more important.
One thing I wish women over 40 understood about hydration, it supports everything, from heart health to skin health.
And for me, the message is simple. Hydration isn't optional.
If this episode helped you rethink something as basic as water,
share it with another midlife woman who might need the reminder. And remember, beautiful people, it's never too late. You're not too old, and the best is yet to come. If this episode spoke to you and you want to keep taking this journey with us, hit subscribe and stay connected. Share this episode with someone who may need it and leave a review. It truly helps more women find our channel. If you like to connect with us beyond the show, check out the links in our bio for all our social platforms. You don't have to do this alone, and we'll meet you right back here in our next episode.